The cheetah isn't the biggest cat, but it's the fastest, so when it goes on the hunt, it's not easy to get away. However, the gazelle is also extremely fast, and is equipped with a pair of long horns that can do some damage. Being the excellent actress that it is, the Impala pretended to be dead and ran away as quickly as it could, managing to avoid the claws of the worn-out cat. Cheetah likes to surprise their prey. Cheetahs are scared of most any animal that is larger than them, or any animal which is not running away. In this clip, a cheetah chooses to pursue a gazelle. The two fastest land animals in the world are competing in this race. The cheetah clings to the back of the gazelle, but it's difficult for it to stay on because the gazelle is large and powerful and keeps kicking the cheetah, who is struggling mightily to get a stranglehold on it. Although the cheetah gets some help from its cubs, it is still quite challenging for them to bring the gazelle down. The gazelle may maneuver the adult cheetah, allowing it to stab it in the stomach and knock it to the ground. The cheetah is in terrible condition, and you can see where the gazelle's horns have ripped her side. The gazelle's horns are piercing the cheetah's flesh, and eventually the gazelle escapes. Due to this injury, the cheetah will be unable to hunt, which may be the end for both she and her cubs. In this clip, a cheetah and an impala are engaged in combat. When the cheetah is turned on its back and nearly tramped to the ground by the impala, which is giving the feisty cat a fierce struggle, it almost appears as though the impala will succeed in defeating the fierce cat. Although the impala is struggling to breathe, the cheetah manages to grab it by the neck and attempt to suffocate it. As the cheetah cubs wait impatiently for mom to finish cooking dinner, the cheetah assumes the impala is already dead and drops it to the ground, where the cubs rush in and start eating. However, the impala, being the excellent actress that it is, was feigning its death and sprinted away quickly enough to escape the hands of the worn-out cat. This is what happens when you serve dinner and it isn't properly cooked. The rhino doesn't feel threatened, but it's probably irritated. And if that's the case, something inevitable will occur that the warthogs might regret. After staring at the warthogs for a few seconds, the rhino decides it's time to teach these pigs a lesson and launches one of them into the air with its powerful horn. I guess there are some people who have to learn the hard way occasionally, even if I warned you that something was sure to happen. In the middle of the chaos, a young wildebeest manages to free itself with a little help from the herd after fighting off these two cheetahs with the ferocity of a bat out of hell. The herd watches the event from a distance but slowly approaches in an effort to scare the cats away. That is why wildebeest often graze in mixed herds with zebra, which gives heightened awareness of potential predators. In this video, a lioness battles a large buffalo, and you can see the bull easily toss the lion into the air. The big cat hurts itself and runs away. You can see it limping as it crosses the road to rest in the bush, but with that kind of injury, I'm not sure this cat will survive very long. Watch this gruesome moment. A cheetah caught an impala that slipped on the road. Then halfway through eating the impala tries to run away. It doesn't end there. A moment later, much like their domestic cousins, big cats have a reputation for playing with their prey before killing it. The cat is a burly male with more than enough power in a single paw to easily dispatch the tiny impala. This world is not fair. These graceful and powerful big cats are sad to see like this. This land ain't big enough for the both of us. Two antelopes square off in the center of the ring, both unwilling to back down. One hungry leopard step into the action. Notice the young antelope in the background. My guess is he's the referee and doing a terrible job. The red lechwe was already exhausted, having locked horns with another male when the killer cat struck, but managed to shake it off. A leopard learned while hunting in Kruger National Park in South Africa, no matter how hungry, leave porcupines alone. The leopard casually grooms itself as the porcupine watches nearby on the road in Kruger National Park. The tension escalates and the leopard eventually abandons nonchalance and aggressively paws at the critter. The porcupine hisses and jabs a needle right through the leopard's paw, leaving the cat licking its wound while the prickly critter saunters off. There was a battle between two of the top predators with casualties on both sides. A young male leopard killed a young hyena and took it up a marula tree. For some reason, the leopard then came down the tree to face off against two fully grown hyenas. The rest of the clan soon joined them and attacked the leopard, grabbing it by the tail and dragging it through the bush. It all ended with the hyenas ripping the leopard to shreds. Leopards are powerful big cats and highly capable hunters. Yet, when people talk about the most dangerous animals in sub-Saharan Africa, leopards are rarely mentioned as the most threatening creatures in their range. Instead, we hear about the king of the jungle, the lion. Did we crown the wrong mammal? Let's take a closer look at a fight between a leopard versus lion. In fact, many lions hunted a leopard together, but it was still alive. In such a situation, a lion reaches there and attacks the leopard. Seeing this, the lioness gets angry and destroys the condition of the lion. In the video, you can see that the lion tried to reach the lion's prey, but the lion attacked him and pushed him back so that he could not take their prey. It is rare for lions to attack a lion in this way. The leopard is an animal with a long and slender body that is supported by short, stocky legs and a long tail that is used to aid balance whilst in the trees. Leopards can vary greatly in their coloration and markings depending on their surrounding habitat, with those found on open grasslands having a light yellow background coat, where those that are found in forests tend to be darker in color and with more marking. The dark, ring-like patterns that cover the leopard's coat are called rosettes, but these turn to solid spots on the face and limbs and provide the leopard with camouflage into the surrounding environment. Leopards are incredibly strong and muscular animals and are able to pull themselves up trees using their legs and retractable claws. Like a number of other large feline species, the leopard is able to draw their claws into folds of skin on their paws to ensure that they are not blunted whilst the animal is walking about. Their keen hearing and sight, coupled with their long and very sensitive whiskers, means that leopards are also incredibly well adapted for hunting under the cover of night. The leopard is a solitary and nocturnal animal that hunts both on the ground and in the trees. They are excellent climbers and spend the vast majority of the daytime hours resting in the shade of the branches in the trees or under a sheltered rock. They are quite unique amongst large felines, as leopards rely heavily on being able to get close enough to their prey before ambushing it, rather than expelling vast amounts of energy in a high-speed chase. Once caught and killed, the prey is then dragged to safety either into dense vegetation a couple of 100 meters away or up a tree trunk and into the branches. Leopards are highly solitary animals that mark their territory using scent markings and by producing rough, rasping calls that are said to sound like the sawing through coarse wood. Home range sizes vary depending on the habitat and the food available, but those of male leopards are significantly larger than those of their female counterparts, which often overlap the ranges of a number of both males and other females.